science school, and then after I went to a science school, I decided that I was gonna be a CEO. I wanted to be a CEO. You know, Tandas, I was like, I'm gonna be like Tandas.
The power of media.
And then I decided that when I go to university, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do science anymore.
Life is lived through experiences and conversations. And with that being said, welcome to Navigating the Streets of Life with Judy.
Sanmonani Dumelang Sinchao. My name is Judy Masubu, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm not alone. I have my beautiful sis here. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Lesedi. I don't usually say my name. Hey, that feels so awkward. Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't. My name is Lesedi Konyana. I'm known as Teacher Precious in Taiwan. But yeah, I'm from South Africa. I'm here with my family. And yeah, that's it. Is there more I can say?
No. Okay, so the purpose of this video, I just want you guys to get to know Lesedi. She's here in Taiwan. She's also a South African. So I felt like, yeah, you need to get to know her personally and also what she is about. And my first question was, God, do the honor, Judy. Pay the rent. Pay the rent. You cannot be here just for free. You know? Okay, you guys, please do the right thing. Subscribe to my channel, and you can also subscribe to her channel. Yeah, subscribe. Lesedi Konyana. I'm gonna leave the link of her channel on the description, and also the first comment on the comment section. I'm gonna pin her channel.
Yeah.
So thank you as you are clicking that button. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Pause this video, go to her channel, subscribe, and then we also have content for you on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so my first question was, please tell us a little bit about yourself, and you've already done that. You've told us about you have siblings.
Oh yes, I do. Okay.
How
Talk
many
about
siblings?
myself like that. Okay.
Yeah. How many siblings?
So I have 3 siblings. Okay. I have 1 younger sister and 2 younger brothers. My younger brother just turned 27 in March, and then I'm 30 this year, and my youngest brother, he's probably 16, 17. And then my younger sister is 21 this year.
So you're the firstborn?
Firstborn, yes.
Oh, okay. How is it being a firstborn?
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Being a firstborn, it's a lot of work, guys. If you're a firstborn, you know, you're responsible for everything.
And I am so inspired by the fact that you are here, because most firstborn, like, they always play it safe, you know.
Yeah.
They always want to be available for the family, closer to the family and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, number 2. You are a teacher, and you've taught in South Africa, you've taught in China, and now you are in Taiwan. You've traveled, girl.
Yes.
Okay. How did you become a teacher? Was it your childhood dream?
No.
Or you just
No.
How did you get into the profession?
Can I tell you guys, if you haven't figured out what you want to do now, maybe you're 25 and you feel like, I don't know where I'm going with life, it will come. Okay, it will come. This is when I finished. I went to a science high school in matric, and then I actually wanted to be a CEO, guys.
You were still explaining that you went to a science school.
So
yes,
I went to a science school, and then after I went to a science school, I decided that I was gonna be a CEO. I wanted to be a CEO. You know, Tandas, I was like, I'm gonna be like Tandas.
The power of media.
And then I decided that when I go to university, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do science anymore. I'm gonna do BCom, okay, like business and whatever. So I applied for financial management. That's the course I applied for. And then that didn't work out. And then I decided to change the course and do business management. And then after that, I worked in the municipality a little bit. I had my internship there, and then I went to work in real estate. It was a really good job, had nice money. But after that, I couldn't find a job. Okay, so I was like, I don't know. I felt like I had no purpose. I didn't know what I'm gonna do after that. Like, I don't know, you know. But I remember before I asked my mom, should I do like a teaching qualification? My mom was like, yeah, maybe you should, you know. But I wasn't sure, you know. I wasn't sure if I should do a teaching. But and also I thought I was doing it for the money. Like, okay, I'm gonna just find a job. If I do teaching, I'll find a job. And then after that, I was like, okay, I didn't. Then I decided to go to China. I went and taught in China. I just had a TEFL certificate, and I went to China. And then once I was in China, that's when I really realized that actually I really love teaching. I had a horrible experience in China, but I actually found my calling by going to China. So I thought, okay, actually I'm supposed to be a teacher. This is what I'm supposed to do. So I came back and did my PGCE and thought, okay, I'm gonna start teaching from now on. This is what I'm supposed to do. That's it.
You know, you've answered like my
so many
questions.
questions.
Yeah. No. It's okay. It's okay, because I wanted to ask, when was the seed planted of going to teach abroad? But you've covered that already. That you were bored, you wanted something to do, and you decided to go to China. And how was your experience in China?
My experience in China,
I know you've talked about it on your channel, but how was your experience in China?
My experience in China was, I felt so alone. I felt so alone, no community. Like you said, you know, the things you said in the other video, you know, from my channel. Check it out. I felt so alone. I had no community, nobody to talk to. My husband was in South Africa. He was still working his job in South Africa. So he just said, oh, you want to go to China? Go. I'll come visit you. My husband, he just lets me. If I say, honey, I want to do this, he's like, do it. He's always
a blessing.
Very supportive. So he let me go to China. He came to visit while I was in China, but after he left, he went back to South Africa. COVID started, so I went back home. So my experience in China, I didn't even hesitate to book that flight that time when COVID started. I didn't hesitate because I was already feeling so horrible. The way they treated me at work, you know, just, it was horrible.
Were you at a public school, language center?
It was a training center.
Training center.
Don't go for training centers. It's the best advice I will ever give you. Never ever in a million years go to training centers. Don't. Okay, especially in China. No, maybe in Taiwan it's a little bit better, but China.
But in terms of finances, how was it?
It was good. I mean, in China the money is always good, but it comes with pain. It comes with a lot of pain. So, but I felt like it prepared me actually to come to Taiwan in a way, because I felt like now I know how to deal with certain situations. Now I'm well equipped. I know when to avoid things, when to address things. I'm very aware of, you know, the work space, because I've worked with Asians before, so I know. So I think it was I'm grateful for the experience, but yay, they go rough. I'm telling you, it was really tough. Yeah,
you know, saying that our purpose are always birthed in a place that is not what we would want it to be.
Of course,
you know? That's where you find your purpose in teaching.
Yes. So when you are on your, you know, lowest of the lowest, that's when
we are talking about from experience. So okay, that was great. And what did you do when you got to South Africa? Did you teach
I continued teaching. For the longest time I've been teaching. I taught online. Then I fell pregnant. I had a child, so I just taught from home. And then after my child was born, now back to my goals. What's the next destination? So I was just waiting for the right time, and then when the right time came, I took the opportunity.
Why did you decide to come specifically to Taiwan?
Can I tell you the truth? I just ran into a video about Taiwan one time on YouTube, and then I was like, wow, Taiwan sounds interesting. Let me find out more about the place and whatever. Then I found out, oh, Taiwan is so safe. I found out more things. The more I found out, the more I was interested. Then I was like, okay, I think this is my next. And then I saw that also I had the necessary qualifications to come here. I have PGCE. They want someone with SACE. I was like, I'm the right candidate. This is the right place for me. I'm going there. So yeah, that's when I was like, okay, it fits.
You mentioned that you were inspired by the testimonies of the people from YouTube and all that. Now that you decided to leave South Africa and came to Taiwan, how is your experience? Are you happy? Do you think you've made the right decision?
Of course, yes. I feel like I've made the right choice. I feel like the kind of life I was living in South Africa, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to live there permanently, you know?
Okay.
Like right now, we always talk about this, like me and my husband, like if something were to happen in Taiwan, you know, there's always this controversial things about, oh, what could happen, what could not happen in Taiwan. Would we go back to South Africa? No. The answer is no. We'd find another country to go to. This is the right now, I'm not ready to go back to South Africa. So I feel like where I am right now, it's where I'm supposed to be. So yeah.
I like that for you. I like that for you. And I also want, comparing the education system, what are the differences that you have noticed? What are the... No, we have to talk about these things. I know. I did not prepare you for this, but...
It's cool. Because now I have to be honest.
Think on the toes. Yeah. Like, comparing the education system back in South Africa, China, I know in China you were in a different school, but in your observations and all that, and Taiwan, what are the differences that you have noticed? What is it that you think is working from
either side?
Yeah.
Okay, I think in South Africa, the South African education system is more like focused on rote learning. A teacher stands in front of the students and just teach them. After that, they have to memorize that and make sure that they can, produce good results on an exam, right? That's kind of like rote learning. It's not challenging students. There's no extra things that students do at school. Compared to Taiwan, there's a lot more. There's music class, there's art class, there's different kinds of, in South Africa, I think if you want access to those things, you can't get them in a public school. You get them maybe in a private school or somewhere posh, but just in a public school, you will not have access to those things like learning an instrument, different things, like you will not learn those things in a public school. But here, I think the learning is more in a more creative side, that okay, you can still learn, but you can also ignite your creative side and think about what else can you do besides just learning. You know what I mean? There are other things to life. So I like that about Taiwan. But what I like about South African education is that we don't feed students like everything. I think specifically in English, I feel like in English it's like, oh, it's so hard. English is so hard that you have to make it as easy as possible, as easy as, like you also, when kids write exam, you kind of have to give them what's going to appear in the exam in a way. So I just feel like it doesn't allow them to think on their own, so someone was telling me that, they ask students who are in junior high, like, what do you enjoy doing? What's your name? How old are you? What do you enjoy doing? They cannot answer like simple questions. And I feel like it's because they're being fed everything. They don't have the opportunity to produce the language, like speak and just don't think too much about it, And I think that's why it's hard for them to acquire the language, because they don't get the opportunity to speak the language, and they don't have the motivation to speak the language, so they just tend to not know how to say anything, you know what I mean? So I just feel like in South Africa, we teach our kids like, you need to know the answer. Like my 2-year-old right now, I ask her, Amari, how old are you? She said 2 years old. But for them, it's so hard. Like that concept of just being able to answer like a simple question, it's so.
But when you
foreign.
ask them, if you ask a 2-year-old, how old are you in Chinese, will they not be able to answer you?
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel that it's only on the language.
Yes, I'm specifically talking about the language because everything else, they're very smart. Math, they are the top and everything. Only on English. I just feel like the way they teach English is not productive.
It's not productive.
The way they want their kids to learn English is not working. Okay, if they want their kids to produce the language, a different approach needs to be taken. Only on English.
Okay.
But every other thing, I think. Perfect is, well, not perfect, but great.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna skip this challenge, this question, because I think you've already covered it.
Okay.
And now going to the second last question. Any highlights in your teaching experience? Like, what is it that you appreciate the most about the teaching, and like, take me through a moment where you felt like, you know what, this is what I want to do, and I am happy when I'm doing this.
Yeah,
I'm asking this because I am seeing on social media many teachers are losing heart in the profession, and they feel like teaching is a curse. I even like saw words like that, teaching is a curse and all that. And for me, I still feel like there is hope in teaching, depending where you are teaching.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think first of all, like wherever you're teaching, you have to be happy. If you're not happy, you're gonna also hate the profession. Like I said,
but what makes you happy as a teacher?
What makes you happy is knowing what you are supposed to do. Like I said, when I was in China, I was happy. I was not happy, okay, but I learned to differentiate that what was making me unhappy was my experience, but it was not teaching. But some teachers, when they have a bad experience, it's difficult to differentiate that actually I'm still in love with teaching. This was just a bad experience from a specific, point of view. You know what I mean? So I think in terms of that, we always have to separate. Do I hate teaching, or do I hate what happened to me while I was teaching? You know what I mean? So it's that differentiation. But in terms of your question about what made me feel like, okay, this is it, or what keeps me wanting more to want to teach, I feel like whenever I teach and then I see the results back, this is what motivates me. Okay, when I see the students, I've taught them, I've put effort into them, like I just feel so happy. Like recently in my school, for example, I just did English corner. Okay, I said these kids need to speak. Okay, they need to speak English. So I sit with them just like I'm sitting with them. You like this. I ask them a question. They have to say the answer. Repeat it many times. And then when I see them on the hallway or something, I say, oh, I ask them the same question. Then there's this student who's sometimes he's very good at listening, but he's not good at writing. Okay, so he gets so excited that he can respond to me whenever I ask him that, and that makes me feel so good because he's like, teacher Precious. He's so confident. Like I can say this to you, and it makes me like, I've done my job. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that's another thing. It's like, something I've heard. Like, some students are not so smart. No, I don't think it's that. It's just a thing of how do you go about,
It's finding a teaching strategy that matches their learning strategy. Yes. Like he's a speaker.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think teaching, for you to don't lose hope in the profession. I think we are making people become something great. Like you're responsible for making someone become great. When you're a teacher, like you're teaching them to become great at whatever they're gonna be in the future. So for me, I feel like I'm making a difference.
Yeah.
So I just love doing it. It's my passion. That's it.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Teaching has always been
your passion.
My passion, but I lost that somewhere. If you asked me about teaching last year, I'd kill you.
Yeah.
I hated teaching. I heard you talking about differentiating whether you are in love with the profession or it's how you are feeling when you are teaching. I hated it. And to be honest, I don't like teaching in South Africa.
Of course. This is what I made a goal. After I came back from China, I was like, okay, this is, I love
I've seen
teaching.
better. I know better. I cannot stand.
I realized that I love teaching. So my decision is that if I am going to teach, if I'm going to do PGCE when I go back home, because this is what I'm supposed to do, I will never teach in South Africa. I will acquire PGCE because I feel like this is the path I'm supposed to take. But if I cannot find a job elsewhere, I'm not teaching in South Africa. I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom. My husband has to support me.
Oh, okay, all right. We have come to the end of our questions. But before I end the video, do you have let me give you a chance as my guest to ask me questions. It can be one question, two questions.
Any question? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you about YouTube.
Yeah.
One question about YouTube. Okay. What do you feel like is the best way to grow your YouTube channel without how do I put this? Without making drastic changes in your life? Like what is the best way to grow your YouTube channel and have a community of people that you can trust, that these people are my people in my channel and they like support me no matter what happens, you know what I mean? How do you do that? How do you establish that trust between subscribers and growing your YouTube channel?
What a question. Okay, this question is tough. Why? I am not sure about growing the YouTube because my subscribers are less than your subscribers.
But I feel like your subscribers are more engaging.
Yeah, it's in a language of maths, it's like quality more than quantity. I don't have many subscribers, but those that are there, they are there. We've built a connection. Okay, to answer your question, I am always an advocate for authenticity. Be authentic. Be who you are. Like, present to the people who you are.
Take it or leave it. Okay.
Take it or leave it. The pie is big, you know. You only bite where some people, they just want the bun. Some people, they want the bun with the meat. Some people, they just take out the meat and eat the meat and leave the bun, you know. So for me, be authentic and be open and transparent with your subscribers. Also engage, not just a heart, give a heart. Like, engage with them. If they are saying, I like your video and also I like your outfit, this and this and this, be like, oh, okay, thank you so much, you are so sweet, you know. Just like maybe a full sentence, not those emojis and
no emojis.
No, sometimes we do put those images, but engage with your people. Let them feel that you are giving your heart, you are giving your all, you are there for them, you know.
Exactly.
And bring value. I know value is relative. Some people, they made their numbers with vlogs without talking, and there are people who are finding value in that. So know what value you are bringing, and also study your audience. I remember I made a video and I said, I have not been posting because I am inflicted. I feel like many people who are coming to my channel are coming for the content about living and teaching abroad. And yes, I enjoy sharing about that, but I feel like I've shared enough. And that's not the content I am passionate about. You know, I'm passionate about human connection. Let's talk about things. Let's converse about whatever, you know. So I had to be honest with my subscribers. So be honest and transparent, and also draw the line. They must know their place, you know your place. Sometimes and also I would say this: don't go to YouTube out of desperation.
Yeah.
Know your why. Your why may be money, but be wise about it.
And
be strategic about it.
It should be takes for you to get to the money. It will take you years. I feel like because it's
yes.
If that's your goal, it will take some time, and you'll be discouraged very quickly.
Yeah. It's not. We're not saying it's not the right reason to go to YouTube, but have some patience, and also be patient. It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. For me, I'd say build a community, like trust and transparency and authenticity.
That's
two
it.
things. Yeah. That's what okay, no.
You have a question.
This part is gonna take 2 minutes. I have a this for that, this or that for you.
Okay.
Yeah. How? Where?
Where?
Okay. Number 1, China or Taiwan?
Taiwan.
Okay. Number 2, single life or married life?
Married life.
Number 3, housewife, career woman.
I mean, this one is tough, okay? it's a little bit tough. Housewife, if I get enough allowance, yes.
Okay.
But career woman, if I don't get enough money. So, it depends.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Are you a reader? Do you read books?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
But sometimes I have a phase where I'm into books, and then a phase where no. So I'm too busy, like sometimes. So, but I do read, yes.
Hard copy or ebook?
I like hard copy, but if it's too expensive, ebook.
I get your point. Oh, okay. And the last one, I know you like traveling. Air or ground traveling?
What do you mean, air?
Flight or bus or car? Or
Flight.
I
don't like driving for so long distance. I get really agitated, annoyed. So flight, I feel like somebody's operating that. It's not me. So
what if you are being driven?
It's the chair in the car is so uncomfortable. It's not comfortable. I cannot.
Do you fly business class?
Yeah. I'm not rich. I wish one day. I hope, but no.
But I feel like the chair in the car is more comfortable than the flight. Really? For me, okay.
Which flight do you take? Which flights do you take?
I've taken
Emirates, Qatar Airlines.
Emirates, I have never taken.
It's the best. You see, I always take Emirates. Wherever I go, I take Emirates. China, England, wherever I go, Emirates. It's the best, I feel like. Me, personally.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, reading the review. My one is Cathay. I don't know why they cancel Cathay for South Africa.
See, it was not comfortable. That's why.
What you say? No. Cathay, I think now I've fallen in love with China Airlines as well.
Oh.
So it was my first time taking China. I've fallen in love. I'm sorry to say, but I don't like South African.
No.
I mean African flights.
Oh, no, those ones.
Don't take.
Those ones,
don't take
you are not
Kenya
sure
Airways.
if you will arrive.
Okay, let's say you guys, thank you so much for Gushala. Siyajabula ukuthi nihleli nathi until this far. And do not forget to subscribe on her channel, Lesedi Konyana. I'll also link her channel on the description box or the first comment on the comment section. And from Judy,
Bye.